Right, we are back with another episode of Prison Architect. Now, where we were last time, the prison is now fully functional. We have everything we need to run the prison. Our inmates can essentially serve their time while they're here. We don't actually need anything more. The rest that we have now are going to be what I called before as enhancers. Things that help keep our prisoners behave better, our prisoners perform functions, trains our guards, so on and so forth. We've got a couple of things from before. We have to unlock groundskeeping, which we're just about to finish. And then we need to do patrols as well. Let's just have a quick click on here and we'll see how we're doing. Oh, no, wrong button. That's that one. So they've just finished surveillance. They're currently doing deployment and then they're doing patrols. So once patrols is done, we'll be able to finish off security procedure certification and we'll get another $10,000. Prison maintenance, once we get the groundskeeping, we're going to be awarded with another $5,000, so that's fine. We're all right at the moment. We've got a positive income of $1,505 and we've got a bank balance of $34,000. So we've got a nice little bit of room to expand. One thing we have to bear in mind is that while enhancers do make our prison a better prison and train up our inmates and our staff, at the end of the day it costs money to do it. So at the moment we've got the bare necessities and we're earning 1,505 and we've got 35,000. Once we get the enhancers going, it's going to make our prison safer to be in, it's going to make our staff more trained and better, but it's going to cost me money. So I need to make sure that I always kind of maintain a decent positive amount of money. So we've got a little bit of room here, which I think is where I'm going to put the new admin block. At the moment, our prisoners are enclosed in this space here. There is a small fence here and a small fence here. So at the moment, the only areas they can access is actually... I don't know if this shows it. No, it comes on later on in deployment. So at the moment, the prisoners can only access the yard here, the actual cell block A, as I like to call it here, cell block B, which is a tiny little one, and the first set of enhancers here, and the initial reception area. Now, what it does mean is that I need to put a door for the staff to be able to get into this area here. When I start building the admin block. Staff room, there is no prisoners assigned to eat at this canteen. Yes, because it's a staff room, it's not a canteen. Okay. So for my next block, I might use this same yard space and build another canteen up here. That way I could also, if I would decide to, make this area here, down here for minimum security, and then the ones up here for medium security or maximum security if I decide that I want to go down that route. So let's start building. Now, for the space down here, I would usually plan, as you know, but there's not really much I can do. I'm going to leave a bit of a space between these two cell blocks, but at the end of the day, this is just going to be the space here. I can actually go all the way up to the fence here. Yeah, let's do that. There we go. So what I could decide to do is actually just open up this area here, so that if I do put things in here that the inmates are going to use, that at least they'll be able to come out of these doors here and go up to here. Or I could just destroy this little fence here and they'll be able to come up through here. So I could put some doors down here and some doors up here. So let's stick those on now. We'll put just standard doors because, as I say, our inmates will potentially be able to access this area. And we'll put some doors down here. And let's resume at normal speed for now. So that area is going to... the trees, our workmen are going to come in. They're going to cut down these trees so they can get through. And then the bricks, which have already arrived, will make up the foundations. So we can see our inmates are coming through here. Going through the metal detectors. Oh, we've got a suspicious... Has anything been found? Nope. False alarm. So we've got something metal in this box, though. I don't know why food's got metal in it. That can't be good. So our security guard's checking the food. Any contraband found? Nope, no contraband. Right, so we're still able to feed enough prisoners for now. Are we looking a little bit questionable? We might have to get rid of one of the fridges and replace it with a cooker. Let's see, and we'll look for time, shall we? Or maybe it's just a case of getting more staff, because there's food here. It's just I don't think we're getting it to the serving tables fast enough. Still getting trade up. %, last 2 pots. I think we're going to make it. 80%. There's still 45 minutes left for eating. Unless they have to cook things up. I don't think they have to cook anything up. I bet there's a slice of bacon on the floor. Bacon. Yep, so we got all our prisoners fed. That's good. This is the evening, so they're going to eat and then probably go back to their cells. I don't like how crowded it's becoming here, so I'd say 25 people is my limit for a kitchen of this size, canteen of this size as well. Ooh, I really don't like how clustered it's going to come. So there is, as far as I'm aware, there's not actually a formula for it, but when you look at this, at how clustered people are up in here, I mean, we've got 5 security guards looking over this area as well anyway, but the interactions of how close people are, they're never going to like it, and it's always going to cause some sort of tension. Danger. No, we're looking... Your warden is having a calming effect on prisoners, so at least, you know, we're happy with that for the time being. People are coming out with metal objects. They're being searched, naturally. Just make sure that nobody's got anything suspicious as they left the canteen. Mr. Brown's being searched. Dan Brown. Oh, he's been found to have a drill. I don't know how he got into the kitchen with the drill, but he's tried to leave a kitchen with a drill and been found. So he is now due for punishment. And he's being taken somewhere. So let's have a look. Found weapons. It looks like he's being taken to solitary confinement down here. Yep. So that's it. He's put into a single cell with a single toilet, all on his own, to be punished. Right, electricity. Now we're looking alright for electricity, so I'm going to say we can power this block here. When we move up to the block above, I'm going to have that have its own power supply because I don't see why not. Let's get some electricity. So we're just going to run... let's run this one up here. And we'll just run lines along here. That should provide enough power for this block. I'm not going to run water for now because the rooms that I'm putting here might not actually need water. What I'm tempted to do is, you can see there's a couple of rooms that I'm yet to unlock. But in terms of keeping the prison staff going, I think I'm going to do a security office. Or shall I... Well, I might make this a future block, actually. Given that it's got access for the 2 areas, I might save it for something that the inmates actually need. So something like laundry, because that way you can go from laundry to the cells here and laundry to the cells down here. Or I could turn it into a library, a workshop. There's a lot of different options, and I think that block there is probably going to be best if I leave it for the inmates' use. Yeah, let's leave that one for now. So let's concentrate on making a block up here. Unfortunately, it's a day-night cycle, so it's a little bit dark up here to try and plan what I want to do. We've got a little bit more money now, so let's think. How can we plan this out? Now, we had 50,000 at the start, and we got 30,000 this time, so I say we got more money. We actually got an income now, but we've got less overall bank balance. Let's hire a gardener and we'll finish this. We'll have a look at our new... we'll have a look at our new options for grants. So cell block B, raise your prisoner capacity to 50. So that will be the next thing I plan. Well, I could actually turn this into another set of cells, but I don't really like the shape of it. Plus, there's no buffer. No, let's leave that. We'll ignore that. So, let's plan this, shall we? So, this is going to be the out part here. Or should we make it a little bit further up? Should we make it about here? Okay, so let's get a fence in first of all. First things first. Because they'll be busy making that for a while. So let's think big, shall we? So we'll go up here. We'll go pretty much to the end. And we'll go pretty much to the end here. We'll run the fence along here. Okay, and then we'll put some staff doors in here. So this way our staff can freely go up to this next area. Put some paving stones out here, which I should have done a long while ago, but it's going to cost an absolute bomb. Almost 2,000. Yikes. Okay, that's fine for me. So we're going to pick up the speed a little bit. Well, we'll pick it up to max speed. I'll leave my workmen to build the fence for now, and then when it's a little bit lighter, when the day cycle finishes, when the night cycle finishes and we go into day, we have to see a little bit better. Right, planning. So while they're doing that, let's have a look roughly at where we want to do this. So we're going to have a cell block come out into here. So let's plan this. I'm going to have this be the access point between the two areas. So I can have that as the access point. So yeah, so that way I could still use the facilities down here if I want, or I can just keep it completely segregated and have this as like a pass-through area. Yeah, let's think about this. We could have the exit here and have a cell block along here. Maybe that would work. Have it kind of this area. And here's the day cycle beginning. That's good. And then we could have an exit out into here if I wanted to. Or I could do something like this if I wanted to. And then have the exit down into here like this. I could knock this back a little bit. I could have this as 2 cell blocks actually. And then I could have another block here for activities. That could work. So I could have 2 cell blocks for prisoners and this one for activities. So I could have like a doorway up here and a doorway down here and something in there. So let's have a look at our standard cell block size. Our standard cell block size is 4x6 really, or 6x4, however you like to look at it. So 6x4. So 6x4 is... No, the actual internal size is only 2x4. So 2x4, so that is one area there. So let's close that. Let's put objects. So that gives us a better idea of internal size. That's not right, is it? 2x4? Yeah, that's right. We'll just go back to normal speed now so we don't blitz through daytime. So walls. Okay, objects. I love how I'm doing this in the one room that I said wasn't going to be a cell block. Okay, let's do it here. So we'll just change the orientation. We'll make these ones up cells. Should I do longer cells? No, I think that's alright, the standard length at the moment. So at the moment it would look like that. And how would the cells up here look? Like that. Okay, so that gives us... whoa, a lot of space actually. So we could actually make these ones a little bit more luxurious. Oh, we've now got these options available. So room quality. So at the moment our cells are very, very basic. So the basic cells are, as I say, is average, as you can see there. Grade 2 is average. Meets the minimum requirements. At least 6 squares, 9 squares, 16 squares, outdoor window, office desk, shower head, TV, radio, bookshelf, chair. So the ideal room is 16 squares. Now at the moment we're planning 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So 9 squares will take us to the second grade. So I think that's suitable enough. The only thing is I have to keep a TV, a radio, a bookshelf, and a chair inside. So let's have a look. 16 cells is the best. Can I get 16 in here going too wide? Planning. So if I go to the minimum requirement, I like, as I say, two squares passageway. So what would that give me? That would only give me an extra 2 in each cell. So 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. So I don't get anything more from... I don't get anything more from a 9. So it's either 6, 9, or 16. So at the moment, there's no point in aiming for anything above 9 because I'm not going to reach 16. It's either you reach 9 or you reach 16. So 2, 4, 6, 8. Really, with the doorway, it makes 9. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. 10. I could do 10. 10 is better than... Well, it's a bit ambiguous. Because these cells don't actually include the doorways, so technically these cells are 2, 4, 6, 8. So they reach the minimum of 6. They don't reach the 9. Even though the door is essentially part of the cell. I wonder if that actually accepts if I include the door. Let's have a look. Cell, door. No. Because it has to be an enclosed area, so it doesn't count if the door... So really, these 10 long cells are going to be the best option. That way, it gives us enough room for the walls. Bosh, bosh. So this now reaches the minimum requirement of 9. So, let's plan out the rest of this cell. We could make this a pure cell block because we'll make a little entrance way into here at some point because we'll make this for where the kitchen is going to be in the new area. Oh, this guy's on drugs. Let's search that prison cell and search the prisoner. Has he got drugs on him? Pays just to keep an eye on your prisoners every now and then, because this guy was jumping up and down, he was high. He could just be coming off drugs from when he's come into prison, but sometimes it's worth like just checking the dormitory, see if they find anything in here. Oh, we got a fight. We got a bit of a fight. All these guys are on drugs. They've been suppressed. Okay, so the one guy who was causing the fight has been dealt with. And this guy is also on drugs. Is he from a different cell block as well? It does appear that he is. Alright, well let's carry on for now. We'll have to keep an eye on it. There's a minor level of danger, but I think our guards are keeping a handle on it for now.